Welcome back to the Vitalize podcast. You're here with your friendly neighborhood host, Mr. Marcus Black, and I'm so excited to be here. If you can't tell, I'm kind of bouncing off the walls just because I get to be with you. I get to be in your presence today. If you don't know who I am and why is this guy yelling at me, it's because I care about you. And I ain't yelling. I just say it with my chest because it matters to me. These messages matter to me, and ultimately you matter to me, and you are not here by chance. You are exactly where you're meant to be. So, listen, if energy is your thing, if life-giving, loving, like all of that, joyful, positive encouragement, you know what I'm saying, to combat all the negativity that's happening in the world around us, you came to the right place today. Your boy got your back. So, those of you who coming back, welcome back. Yo, I'm so glad to have y'all. Y'all showed up and showed out for your boy, man. Y'all a couple of weeks straight, y'all been solid. I know this is only episode 3 of season 5. Shout out to that, but y'all are showing up and showing out. So I want to do a couple of things right here. Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. Checking the analytics of this situation is always crazy for me because I still, I counted. We got listeners in 55 countries. Five countries. That's crazy. But it's such a blessing because when I started this journey, I wasn't sure if anybody would listen. And maybe you are a person that's been on the fence about starting your show or your podcast. Get in the game, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. Oh, yeah. We got a very, very, very impactful talk planned for you guys today. I can't wait to get into it, but just rock with me for a minute before we get there because it's going to be a beautiful day today. But you got something on your heart that you're ready to birth. You've been wanting to get out of you. You're trying to get to this place where you can put your greatness out to the world. Where if you are that person and you are in that space, you came to the right place. If you just need a little pick-me-up, you came to the right place. If you need some energy, you came to the right place. If you just need somebody to let you know and remind you just how great you are, you came to the right place. So here's what I want y'all to do for your boy, man. We everywhere, we out here, but I want to expose one of you to the world. I want to help you get your message out to people in the 55 countries that this show is. So I need you to do a couple things for me. If you will do me a favor, I need you to find this on Apple or Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast, and I want you to leave a rating. I don't care what rating you leave. I want you to be honest. Whatever you feel it is, leave a rating and then leave a review and let me know you did it. Send me a screenshot on my Instagram or find me on YouTube and say done and let me know what time it is. Let me know you did that. I also want you to find the visual podcast because we're trying to expand and grow the YouTube community as well. So I want you to find this on YouTube. You can go to youtube.com/@mblackspeaks. It'll come up. You might have to get a little creative. Find your boy, and I want you to leave a comment and subscribe to that channel. If you send me a screenshot showing me that you subscribe and you rate it and review wherever you listen to podcasts, I am then going to enter you into a drawing because one of y'all is coming on the show with me. Yeah, I said it. One of y'all is coming on the show on the Vitalize podcast to tell your story. And I am honored that the years that I've spent building this community, all these incredible listeners, I'm excited to bring somebody on. I don't even do interviews. That's how you know it's a big deal. I've done one interview in the entire time I've done this show, 5 seasons, and that was Mr. Trent Shelton, my brother, my friend, who is coming back. We just talked about that. My brother's coming back to the show, so y'all get ready for that. I'm bringing him to the studio. I'm like, bro, you got to come to OKC with me, sit next to me in the studio. We doing it, but I want to bring one of you on the show as well. So all you got to do, like I said, one last time, subscribe on the YouTube channel. Go and rate and review wherever you listen to podcasts. Send me proof that you did it. Tell me you did it on YouTube or find me on Instagram @mblackspeaks. Send me a screenshot, and I'm bringing you to tell your story to the world. Thank you so much. Let's go. So, the moment you've all been waiting for. We have so much fun doing this. I'm so glad that y'all get to see my face. Now, if you listening to this, shout out to you on your commute. You know I'm going to be the same solid energy, high energy, positivity, inspiration, motivation. But if you watching this and you get to see all of the behind the scenes, It's so fun, man. It's so fun being a ball of energy. But like, I just love getting to be myself, and that's a message in itself. This was for free. You ain't even come here for this. But sometimes you gotta be comfortable giving all of you to the world. Be silly. Who cares? What if they laugh at me? What if I make a fool of myself? Who cares? Who is they? They ain't give you your purpose, and they can't take it away from you. And your vibe attracts your tribe. So show up as you, like you, the way you do, as only you can do. And this is the best way to build a life-giving community of like minds and like hearts. That's it. Let's get into today. So I want to tell you guys about something that I feel like really will help you up-level your life in every area. And this one is near and dear to my heart. It was on my heart. It was on my spirit. It's on my soul. And I want to talk to you about it. And so when I was a kid, I'm from the mud. You know, people say I got it out the mud. They don't know nothing about the mud. Bro, you ain't come from the mud. You came from a palace. I'm kidding. Let me not say that. Some people did, you know. Everybody came from somewhere different. But I came from the literal mud in Mississippi. So one of the things we used to do in Mississippi was we would go out literally in the mud and we would play games. How many of you ever played a game when you were a kid called hide and seek? Some of y'all lose. See, I know some of y'all was thinking something else. I was going to say something else. You're bad. If you get it, if you know, you know. But hide and seek. When we were kids, we loved to play this game, and we loved to go and find the most creative hiding places possible. There's this one particular, like, huge thicket of bushes that I could walk down this hill, under a fence, over the river, and through the woods, and I would find this incredible hiding spot. Nobody could ever find your boy. But sometimes it's a little scary under there, I ain't gonna lie. It looked like the beginnings of a Blair Witch Project movie or something in the sticks. But that was so fun. And the person you never wanted to be was the person who literally had to go be the person finding everybody. Some of y'all is like, you know, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, you know what I'm saying? You didn't mind that. You want to get out here. You want to be on the search, you know? You are a regular old Watson and Sherlock Holmes. So you cool with that. You like being that. But I never like to be the person going to find somebody, because you got to go and cover your eyes and you by yourself and everybody else is having fun. Like, where we going to hide? Where we going to hide? And you sitting here counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get to 10. And then what do you say? Ready or not, here I come. And that is what I really want to focus on today, but not ready or not. I was having this conversation with someone the other day, and a client of mine was talking, and we were talking about showing up in the world and getting ready to make your grand entrance to the world. And when we got to this place about making this entrance, they said, but I don't know, man. It's just, you know, you still have that little bit of timidity when it comes to showing up. And I said, ready or, and I meant to say not, here you come. But I had a typo. I pressed send and didn't even notice it. And I went back. I don't know why I do this. Y'all do this. Are y'all like me? I press send and then I go read the text and then I catch the typo. I'm like, why do I not just take the 2 seconds to read that short text before I press send? Because now I got to put the little asterisk. People always talk about that W word as the most hard words to say. Worcestershire sauce. We're going to go with that. People always say that's the hard thing to say. I'm going to go with this other one, though. Asterisk. That thing. You know what I'm talking about. The little star when you have a typo in your text message. Say that 3 times fast. Anywho, some of y'all just did it. If you did, I'll give you $5. I'll send it right to your Cash App, Venmo, if you could do that correctly. But this typo, and I realized, and I read the typo, and I said, yo, I meant to say ready or not, here you come, but I said ready or now. And then, boom, it hit me in my chest. It was like a revelation. I was like, oh, snap, that's a message. And it became a whole message I thought out in my head. And I knew this day was going to come the moment I felt that strike me in my chest, because it's not ready or not today. No. It's ready or now. Because ultimately, when you choose to show up in the world and bring your gift to the table and give thereof your greatness, it's ready or now. And I say it this way because 17 of y'all, shoot, at this point, it's probably 117 of y'all, based off how many of y'all rocked with your boy. I'm seriously overwhelmed, but 117 of y'all right now are listening, and you're waiting until you're ready. You're waiting until you get to that point. Oh man, I just need to get my resources in a little bit better place. My money a little funny. I need to get that where I want it to be. I don't have the equipment. I don't got the incredible cameras and the angles and the sound and the microphone you have. Guess what? I ain't had this either. And I still don't. Shout out to Rose Records, OKC. I ain't got this. They got it. And they doing incredible things. Shameless plug. If you in OKC, holler at them. Find them. But I ain't always have this. When I started, it wasn't like this. They didn't always have this. When we started, I started with Rose Records and we was in the bedroom, literally. Clothes and foam on the walls. So you are using where you are and what you do not have as an excuse to show up. You waiting until you're ready. I can't tell you how many times somebody has said to me, let me just get myself together first. We use that in everything. I'm going to start that business, but let me get this house in order first. Then I'm going to start the business. Let me just take care of myself a little bit. Let me take care of some other things I got. Let me serve here. Let me do that. Let me wait until I'm ready. And if you are watching this, listening to this, wherever you find yourself, hearing the sound of my voice, ain't no such thing as ready. And so what I want to give you is these 3 powerful nuggets around this concept of adopting. Instead of ready or not, we going ready or now. And I want to help you give your gift to the world. Because if you are sitting and waiting until you are ready, you are robbing someone of freedom. You are robbing somebody. You and your gift, your voice, your story, your testimony, your business is the missing link. It is the missing piece to somebody's puzzle. So somebody's picture ain't never gonna be complete because they missing that last piece and you sitting here talking about some ready. You wait until you ready. Ain't no ready. So without further ado, tap in with your boy. If you're the note-taking type, this is your time to get out your pen and pad. Let's go. Your handy-dandy notebook. Yeah, get that thing out. Let's go. So number 1, the first thing you need to understand, if you was gonna level up your life and truly give the world your greatness, you need to understand you'll never be ready. You'll never be ready. Guess what? There's no such thing as ready. You will always need more resources. I don't care how much money you have, you're never going to have enough resources to do everything you can fathom in your mind. You ain't never going to be ready. That's like people, some of y'all is in a relationship. You've been engaged 17 years. I'm stepping on toes. I don't care. You've been engaged 17 years talking about, let us just get ready. What is you getting ready for? Well, I'm going to do this and ain't no ready, fam. There's no such thing as ready. You ain't never ready. Think of anyone who's ever been great, has ever done something massive in the world. They weren't ready. They didn't wait till they were ready because you will never be ready. So what I'm telling you is sometimes you got to take the leap and you got to do it afraid. I'm taking you all the way back to season 1, episode 1 of the Vitalize podcast. Episode was called Do It Afraid. And sometimes you just got to do it afraid because fear is not fatal. It's not. Who cares if you're afraid? Courage is not defined as the absence of fear. It is showing up in spite of that fear. That's what courage is. So be courageous and show up. What are you really waiting on? Some of y'all are afraid of failing and you're afraid of what they're going to say. All those people watching me, though, they waiting on me to fail. Guess what? You might be right. Some of them are waiting on you to fail. So you're going to let that be the thing that stops you because they want to see you fail? That's sad. That is sad. That some of the people closest to you are the main ones rooting for you to fail. Uh-oh. Come on. We going to tell the truth all the way today. Ain't no mask. Ain't no straight, no chaser. That's what we doing. But I need you to know, who cares? Who cares? I just literally had DJ Khaled's voice in my head so loud. They don't want you to be successful. They don't want you to win. But guess what? God did. I love it. And I'm saying to you, take the leap. Take the leap. Do it afraid? What are you sitting on the fence right now? You've been teetering this year with pulling the trigger on that LLC or that business, however you set it up. You've been sitting on the fence about creating that 501c3, that nonprofit. You've been sitting on the fence of literally starting that show, starting that podcast. You've been sitting on the fence with going all in on your social media and growing an audience and a community. You've been sitting on the fence, waiting until you are ready. But if that is the case, I hate to tell you, spoiler, you will never be great. Not because you are not great and not because greatness doesn't live inside of you. You'll never be great because you won't take the leap, which leads me right into number 2. Number 1, you'll never be ready. Understanding that is going to help you take the leap. But number 2 is all about getting in the game. It's time for you to get in the game. Listen, friend, you cannot win a game that you're not willing to play. You can't. So it ain't no more hoping and wishing, fam. No more hoping and no more wishing. I just wish, if I wish I had all the listeners in the countries you had, I wish I had this show. I wish I had. Guess what? There was a time when I wished I had too. But hoping and wishing alone is not going to make your dreams materialize. The dream don't work unless you do. Marshawn Lynch, I already told y'all, you gotta be about that action, boss. Because action is the activator. The dream that you dream inside of your heart is motion activated. And it ain't gonna move unless you move. So what is you waiting on to get in the game? You are keeping yourself out of the game because you're worried about what people on the sidelines got to say. You all know some of the biggest critiques I get on my show, on my content, on my voice, on everything I do. I be getting people literally, listen, I'm all the Mississippi about to come out of my voice now, but rock with me, listen. I get messages about my videos, how they look and how they sound, and critiquing and telling me how they could be better. And then I go check this person's profile and they ain't posted one video ever. It's all quotes and pictures. So and that doesn't mean I'm not above learning, but I'm saying from somebody who is creating and producing content on a regular basis, I've never had one of those people come and tell me, yo, you really try to pick my stuff apart and really try to tell me what I need to do better. It's always the person who ain't in the game. Whether if you're a singer, you're a powerful vocalist. The people who's like, that's a little pitchy for me. It's a little sharp. You could have done a lot better. You can expand your breathing. I saw that happen. I seen a girl go viral recently and she was killing it. This girl was singing her butt off. And then I read the first comment and it was somebody saying, you really should focus on your wind more and learn how to breathe appropriately. And I'm like, first, I ain't gonna lie, it hit me wrong, but I was like, this could be the most incredible vocal coach in the world, so let me chill. And I went to that person's profile, ain't had one video singing. Not one. No, not one. Don't mean they're not an incredible coach, but before you get out here trying to critique what somebody else is doing, get yourself in the game. And you who already getting in the game and you're getting started like I'm talking about, don't worry about the people that's on the sidelines because they ain't even in the game. They can't win. You miss 100% of the shots you do not take. So get in the game and shoot your shot. Guess what? We just put this on YouTube. Some of y'all watching me right now on YouTube. Shout out to you. Well, this YouTube channel I have not nurtured at all. I ain't played with it. And so there's some videos on there from my very first video I ever created. Just me outside with a phone in a frozen tundra. And that video is still on my YouTube channel. And I thought about taking it down because it's I don't even know that person. I'm like, who is that? That ain't me. But I left it. Why? I left it so you can see the journey and I left it so you can see the process. And yeah, some people might watch that video and judge me and who I am and my voice and how I show up and what I got to do. Guess what? As long as they sitting on the sideline cheering like you paid to be here, fam. Like I'm in the game. That's like athletes who let fans get to them. Bro, they paid to be here. You are getting paid to do this. They paid for you to do this. Quit worrying about them. Let them sit over there and be miserable. Anybody who wants to tear you down for showing up in the world is somebody you don't need to be worried about. No way. That ain't it, fam. So get in the game. Listen, You do not have to be great to start. Come on, Zig. Tell him, Zig Ziglar. But you do have to start to be great. What? Rewind. You do not have to be great to start. But you do have to start in order to be great. And what I want for you, my sincerest desire, is for you to be great. And so as we land this plane, we get into number 3. Number 1, if you're recapping, you ain't never going to be ready. What you waiting on, fam? Take the leap. Number 2, get yourself in the game. Because you cannot win a game you're not willing to play. Ignore the naysayers and the haters. They don't matter. Get in and do it now, which is number 3. I just revealed it because it's so deep in my heart. Number 3 is do it now. I told you the title of this episode was Ready or Now. You can wait until you're ready, or you can, number 3, do it now. Because at the end of the day, right now is all you have. So many of us live in this place called Tomorrowland. We talk about this extensively, right? Oh, yeah, I'm going to do that tomorrow. Yeah, next week. I'm going to start that diet tomorrow. I said that. Oh, I can't tell you how many times. I've been eating rabbit food lately, too. I'm proud of me because I'm doing good. Down 20 pounds this year. But it ain't been easy. It ain't easy being cheesy. I couldn't help myself. It's not easy. But it's worth it. It's worth the sacrifice. But it would have never happened if I didn't just have a random day where I decided that it stops here. It changes now. It wasn't a Monday. You ain't got to wait till the top of a month. You ain't got to wait till the top of a week. You ain't got to wait till the top of a year. You ain't got to wait till next year to get started, fam. You can start right now because next year is not promised to you. I hate to bring this up, but the world just not too long ago celebrated the life of an incredible, legendary human being, the one and only Kobe Bryant, his daughter, all the lives lost tragically in that helicopter crash. You think when they left to get on that helicopter that his beautiful wife and daughters thought that would be the last time they ever got to say, I love you? You think they really thought that would be the last time they got to get a hug and see a smile and be in their presence? We don't think like that because we don't live understanding the brevity of life. We don't live with the urgency of understanding that no moment is promised to you. And I'm not saying this to scare you. And that's coming from a person who had anxiety over the thought and the fear of death and dying for most of my life. I ain't saying this to scare you, but I am saying this to wake you up, because the point of this show is to be a wake-up call so that you wake up to your greatness and you stop taking your life for granted. I cannot let you do that on my watch. So the thing that you've been needing to do, that you've been thinking about doing, that you've been praying about doing, that you've been contemplating doing, it's time for you to do it, and it's time for you to do it now, because ain't no such thing as tomorrow. You keep living in Tomorrowland if you want to, and I'm going to be the first to tell you, tomorrow never comes. It ain't coming. So stop focus on that. You focus on this moment you have right now. Guess what? If you learn to live in the present and focus on right now where you are and walk in gratitude for what you have and not focus on what you don't have and be grateful for where you are and not where you want to be, you will change your life. That alone is revolutionary. Yeah, you ain't where you want to be. And you ain't where you gonna be, but you ain't where you used to be, and that's worth celebrating. And to be grateful and to live in the present is the key. That's the secret sauce to being content and happy in life. Happiness is an inside job. It don't come from nothing outside external. Go buy that house if you want to. Go buy that car if you want to. Go on that dream vacation if you want. Go do all the things. Go win the lottery, and guess what? Your soul is still going to be empty if you haven't learned to live in the moment, in the present, and to be grateful for where you are and what you have. So my urge to you, as I depart from this place, but never from your presence. Oh, snap. I want you to focus on showing up with the gift and put it on the table. I want you to give your gift to the world. I want you to make the world respect your greatness. I want you to show up and show out, and I want you to give everything you got right now, this moment, today. When you get done listening to me, I know you're going to feel me. You're going to be ready to run through a wall. Don't sit on it. Don't let this moment pass. Don't let this feeling pass. Take action. Go do the research. Go figure out what it is that you need to do. Create a plan. Don't worry about when you're ready, because you'll never be ready. You got to do it now, and you got to show up and go give it to the world and go be great. Because you can vitalize. See y'all next week. Let's go.